Hello everyone and welcome back to another Spigot Development tutorial where in this video I will be showing you how you can create custom inventories for your server. This is going to sort of combine the last two videos that I made with the events and the commands, and also a little bit of newer and frankly more exciting information as well with inventories. So to start off, what we need to do is create a new class here called custom inventory. And I'm just going to keep everything in this class, so our command, our events that we will do later, and the inventory, like managing itself. So to start off, we are going to create a new method here called create inventory, and we will pass in a player. And we will first of all create our inventory object by doing buckets.create inventory, and there are three parameters that need passed in. There's an inventory holder for the owner. There's an integer for the size, which has to be a multiple of 9 because it is based on chests and all, and chests only have multiples of 9, so you can have anywhere from 9 to 54. Can't have 0, can't have 63, can't have 8, 12, any of that. So make sure that they're multiples of 9 and at most 54 and at least 9. And the last thing is a string for the title, which isn't mandatory, but I like to add it because it sort of makes it look better. The owner will be the player. The size I will make 27, and the title I just do checkcolor.translate alternate color codes here, and I don't know what just happened there. And I will make it bold and blue, red, and it will say inventory. And to start off, I'm just going to create, a basic inventory that's just full of glass. Sure. So I will create, first of all, an item stack here called glass, and we will make it a gray stained glass pane with one item. And to fill it, all we really need to do is just create a for loop, because you could go through and manually do it, but that takes a lot more work and it's kind of boring. So we're just going to create a for loop here, which should be pretty self-explanatory. You just set x to 0 and check if x is less than the size of the inventory. And to set the item, all you have to do is just do inventory.setItem, the slot, which will be x, and set glass as the item. And the final thing you need to do is actually have the player open the inventory, because obviously it just won't work if you don't, because you created this inventory but you didn't have them open it. The last thing I'm going to do before I compile this is create our command. So I'm just kind of going to speed run through this. So we will implement our command executor class. We will go down here, and if I do alt insert and I hit implement methods, we will get our on command method, check if the sender is an instance of a player. This is all stuff that we did in the second episode when I went over commands. So, sorry, I don't know why I'm messing up here. And if we do create inventory player, that should be, oh my god, that should be it for this class for now. If we head to our plugin.yml and we do commands, call it test, I guess, and say opens an inventory for the description. And then we also have to register it in our onEnable method, so we will do get command, set executor, and new custom inventory. So if I compile this real quick and I head to Minecraft and I reload and I do /test, you will see our inventory right here, and you will see our red and bold title here and all of our glass panes. But one slight issue, as you can see, I can alter this inventory, which generally isn't something that you want to have happen. So I'm quickly going to go over a basic sort of event handling structure for inventories. So if we head back and we implement another class, the listener class, which you can do by just adding the comment here. And we head down here, and we will create our event handler. And I'm just going to call it onClick. And we will be using the inventory click event here. And both the inventory click event and the inventory JavaDoc pages will be in the description below, so that you can look at all those methods and sort of familiarize yourself with them, and look at what other ones there are besides the ones that I used in this video. So the first thing that we need to check is, well, we need to grab the inventory first of all by doing event.getClickedInventory, and we will check if the inventory is an instance of a player inventory. Oh my god, player inventory. And if it is, we will return, because we only want to check if the glass pane is in our specific inventory, not in the player inventory, or else, you'll cause some issues with players being able to, move stuff in their inventory. The second thing is to actually verify that this is the proper or the correct inventory by doing string, well, we'll just grab the name by doing, we're actually going to strip the color from the title, because, you can check if it equals with the color codes, but it just kind of makes it look ugly, so I prefer to strip the color. And to get the title, you actually have to do events.getView.getTitle, because I have no idea. I don't know why they didn't make it to where the inventories have a title. They instead made it an inventory view, or whatever the class is called. If I check, yeah, inventory view. I don't know why they made it this way, but they did. So I don't know. It is what it is. But if I just check if the name is inventory, or sorry, I check if it's not inventory and return. Now we should have the proper inventory. And the last thing to do is to check the item itself that has been clicked by doing events.getCurrentItem, and I will check if the item is null, or if the item material, which is getType, is material.error, because, well, you can't really do anything with, an item that doesn't exist. So we will also return. I don't know why I keep messing up. Now, the final thing we need to do is check if the item clicked is correct. So we will just do item.getType, and we will check if it is material.grayStainedGlassPane, and we will say events.setCanceled true. And if I head back here to our main class and I register the event and I recompile it, you'll see if I go into here and I go to our inventory, I can no longer take anything out of it. So that's how you can, sort of prevent people from taking stuff out if you just cancel the inventory click event. But I'm going to go a little bit further now and show, a little bit deeper with the inventories. So I'm just going to essentially just, I guess, add an apple to the middle of the inventory. So if we do item stack apple, and we create a new item stack, material.apple, and there's one of them. And now would be a great time to actually show you how the numbering system works for these, because they're based on like arrays, which will zero index. So this first slot here is actually slot 0, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9, and the one that we're looking for here is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 here. So 13 should be dead center. And if I do inventory.setItem13 an apple, and this will work because when you set an item, it'll override anything that was in it before it. So since I put this after our little glass fill thing, it will work. But if I swap the two, it wouldn't, because the glass would just override the apple. And if I basically, if I build this right now, you'll see that if I reload and I go to our menu, you'll see I can't click out here, but I can take the apple. So if that's something that you want to do, that works. And you know, you can sort of change what happens, you know, when you click certain items, and you can change which ones you can click and which ones you can't. So if I wanted all of them to be canceled, I could just move this out here, and I can check if this is an apple. And let's say I first of all grab the player by doing player casting event.getWhoClicked to a player, and you have to cast it because this provides, if it'll, okay, I didn't mean to do that. It provides a human entity right here, which obviously isn't a player. So if I send the player a message here that says, you clicked the apple, and then I will set the player's health, I don't know why I did that, to 10, which should be 5 hearts. So if I reload again, and I go to the menu here, you'll see this still doesn't do anything, but if I click this, you click the apple, and actually I have to go to survival, and if I go to the menu again, you'll see it'll set it right to 5 hearts. And you'll see also that I can click this apple in the player inventory because, well, we checked if the inventory that was being clicked is a player inventory, which is why that doesn't, you know, stop you from doing anything. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do next video. I'll probably do configuration files, which are, honestly, they're kind of boring, to be fair. It's just a lot of, you know, just arduous stuff and tedious stuff, but they're pretty important, so that's probably what I'm going to do next week. That's it for this episode, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.